You're watching ABC7 News at 6.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Jacqueline has a night off. Our top story tonight, Suncoast schools struggling to fund state-mandated school resource officers. The price tag for having law enforcement officers inside every Manatee and Sarasota County school is in the millions. ABC7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live from Booker Elementary School tonight with what kinds of solutions both districts are now looking at. Jess?
Scott, the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School Public Safety Act mandates that every school in the state of Florida has a school resource officer. And while the state is providing some extra funding to cover that, it's not nearly enough. And now the districts are footing the bill.
We're having a conversation on how we pay for this.
$3.5 million. That's how much it'll cost Manatee County schools to put a school resource officer in every school, 2 at each high school. That price tag could go up if the county backs out of paying their half of the bill.
And they're concerned that should the $25,000 additional homestead exemption go into place, they're looking at a deficit.
And even though taxpayers just approved the recent tax referendum, bringing more than $30 million extra dollars to the district every year, school safety money isn't likely to come out of that funding.
We were very specific with the voters how that money was going to be used for teachers, paraprofessionals, and things like that.
In Sarasota County, it'll cost the district $5.1 million to have SROs in all of the schools. Local law enforcement backing out of paying their portion of the bill, so it's up to the district to fund it alone. But they aren't sure that SROs will be the direction that they go in when it comes to protecting their schools.
The main options we have is to continue to partner with those agencies, or there is an option in front of us in which we could explore and are authorized by state law to form our own police force.
Regardless of how the districts fund the school resource officers, they are committed to keeping SROs or some kind of armed law enforcement official in each and every school.
As we go through this deliberation, what I want the public to know is there are deputies, there are officers on every campus in this district. The conversations that we're having are about what happens in the 2018-19 school year.
These funding decisions will be made as both districts look at their upcoming 2018-2019 budgets. Sarasota County School District does have a workshop planned for April 17th to specifically discuss this topic. Reporting live in Sarasota, Jess Dowdrick, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Jess, thank you. On the Suncoast, Governor Rick Scott already campaigning for the U.S. Senate. The governor speaking at Marine Concepts this morning in Sarasota to supporters. Scott on the longtime incumbent, U.S. Senator Bill Nelson, a Democrat. We asked Governor Scott what he plans to do in his last year as governor to advance the program designed to arm teachers in Florida public schools.
And my goal is when we find out exactly how many people are going to go through this training program, we will be able to add even more money later this summer as we know how many people are going to use that. That was a total of $67 million, so we'll see how much of that's being used.
Since Governor Scott took office, he claims taxes have been cut by more than $10 billion and businesses have created more than 1.5 million new jobs during the recovery from the recession. Sarasota County Schools recognizing their top volunteers earlier this week, and one of them is helping shape the lives of Booker High School students. Ted Downing is a former bank executive, entrepreneur, and teacher. He was just named the Outstanding Senior Volunteer for the Sarasota County School District. The 73-year-old has been mentoring students at the school for nearly 7 years now, teaching them life skills they can use in and out of the classroom. Downing says volunteering and passing along his knowledge is the best way to have a significant impact on students.
I'm working with them on essential soft skills, the things they're going to need to be successful once they get out into the world, how they address people, how they introduce themselves to people, how they basically interact and communicate, build relationships, network.
You are an amazing inspiration to myself, and I know with other students here on Booker High's campus, and you're like a second dad.
Downing went on to say a major focus for him is to create a pathway for a student to go to college and to research all the ways for them to pay for it through scholarships and grants. Great work, Mr. Downing. Time to get a check now on our weather this evening with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Scott. Great weather the past 2 days, too. High pressure has been building in, producing lots of sunshine and comfortable humidity values, although it's gone up a little bit, 45%. Not bad out there. West wind at 12, keeping things just a tad bit cooler near the coast, but we are going to warm up. And yes, you guessed it, the humidity will also rise, especially on Saturday. Well, Casey Key showing pretty nice conditions out there, and it looks like it'll stay that way tomorrow. For the most part, moderate chop on the bays and inland waters. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. Temperatures currently in the low to mid 70s to upper 70s in Sarasota, Key West, and Miami now in the upper 70s there. Dew point temperatures are still relatively low, but those two are coming back up, and that means we'll see warmer overnight readings to start things off tomorrow. We'll be close to seasonal averages. This morning's lows were nice, though, into the mid to upper 50s for most areas. We'll have more on this cold front, a lot of talk about it, severe weather to our north, and we'll let you know if we're expecting any rough weather here over the weekend coming up in a few minutes. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. A hazmat team searching an area of beach on Anna Maria Island after a walk on the beach turned into a trip to the hospital for one man. Manatee County Sheriff's deputies say they were responding to a suspicious fire near a stretch of beach near Willow Avenue. That's when they found an unknown metal object on fire. The object was quickly put out and was taken in for analysis, but a short while later, a man walking in the same area was hospitalized after deputies say he found what appeared to be glowing rocks. The glowing items burning his hand and leg. Investigators say the burning items were from a military flare that's typically used for training. The search for other debris in the area is now underway. Before hurricane season arrives, Manatee County wants to make sure everyone's prepared. The county buying 5 new sandbag machines to help speed up the process during hurricane season. Just one of these machines will fill approximately 750-pound sandbags per hour with a team of 5 people. With all 5 machines and 25 staff members, 42,000 sandbags can be produced in about 12 hours. Those machines will roll in next week. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, Florida Fish and Wildlife making history this week with this panther family. Plus, a look at one of the best days of the year for Special Olympians here on the Suncoast.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you can buy today. And named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
When money's tight and emergencies arise, CashNetUSA.com is available 24/7 to deliver quick loans for approved customers when they need it the most.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
Fun for the whole family. The 26th Annual Venice Shark's Tooth Festival, benefiting special athletes of Sarasota County. Fossil vendors, arts and crafts, food, children's games, and live entertainment with headliners the Gator Creek Band on Friday night, Rockin' Rogues, Maiden Cane, Glass Onion, Kettle of Fish, Paisley Craze, and the Boogeymen. Admission $4, children 12 and under free. Parking is free. The annual Venice Shark's Tooth Festival, April 13th, 14th, and 15th at the Venice Airport Festival Grounds.
Florida Studio Theater presents Blue Suede Shoes, celebrating the birth of rock and roll. From the father of rock and roll, Chuck Berry, to the king himself, Elvis Presley, this musical review features such great hits as Rock Around the Clock, Mustang Sally, Johnny Be Good, and of course, Blue Suede Shoes. Critics are calling Blue Suede Shoes a burst of rock history, dynamic and high voltage. Audiences are calling it phenomenal. Blue Suede Shoes has been held over by popular demand. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting floridastudiotheater.org.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Everyone's buzzing about Suncoast View.
I like watching the Suncoast View.
I like the Suncoast View.
The cooking segments, I love the recipes. The theater segments are terrific. They're just fun.
For smart, fun talk in the afternoon, watch Suncoast View, weekdays at 4 on ABC7.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Four new scratch-off games are being rolled out this week by the Florida Lottery. The new tickets range in price from $1 to $10, with top prizes going between $3,000 and $2 million. Including the new games, there are now more than 60 scratch-off tickets for sale at Florida retailers across the state.
Different options for different people. We have lots of games out there. In addition to our terminal games, our draw games, we have lots of scratch-off games for people to select from.
Just last month, the lottery set a single-week sales record for scratch-off tickets with more than $120 million worth of tickets sold in just 1 week. A Florida panther and her 2 kittens are back in the wild after spending months in a captivity. Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission releasing the panther family on Tuesday. It was the first time they've rescued, rehabilitated, and then released a family group of panthers. Fish and Wildlife officials say the mother was rescued in December after she was hit by a car near Naples. Biologists later found her 2 kittens and brought them to a rehab facility where they eventually were reunited with their mother. We wish them the best in the wild. Up next, Bob is back with your first alert forecast for the upcoming weekend. Stay with us.
Our overall experience working with California Closets was phenomenal.
Calm, reassuring.
Through happenstance, we ended up paired with our designer, Jen. She was someone who not only was patient, someone who was professional. She's become extended family.
She had great insight to help direct me towards those things that could make our dreams come true.
We are the Greens, and this is our California Closet story.
The Mark, Sarasota. Landmark living in the center of it all. A private oasis in the sky. Luxurious private amenities. Promenade shopping and dining. The best of downtown downstairs. Now under construction and priced from the mid-700s. This is life right where you want it. Call or visit our Discovery Sales Gallery today. The Mark Sarasota, presented by the Culture Group.
The Wild Broadway series brings you Funny Girl. Fanny Brice dreams of being famous and through sheer guts and determination becomes a star of the Ziegfeld Follies. Playing March 28th through April 15th, it's the songs and story that generations have grown to love. Call the Players Center at 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. Don't rain on my parade. Come see Funny Girl.
When you are home alone, an emergency can become a tragedy. However, with any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately, whether in the bathroom,
I've fallen in the shower.
at home,
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
and on the go.
Help! I've fallen in the park and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-518-0221. That's 1-800-518-0221. Call now, 1-800-518-0221. For a free brochure, call 1-800-518-0221.
My name is Stefan Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured or arrested, I know this feels like the end of the road, but really it's the beginning of a long, potentially stressful process. So give us a call, let us give you some peace of mind.
Another one of those April days you just want to put in a bottle and,
yeah,
and then bring it out in July.
2 in a row, and
Yeah.
just keep it there all of July. It's not 2 days, the whole month. And I tell you what, we have had some beautiful weather lately. That's high pressure, low humidity right over the top of us, and it's not going to go anywhere tomorrow, although the humidity will be back up. Let's go and show you what's going on. A KCK webcam showing clear skies today. A lot of clear skies around as a result of that high pressure ridge and not much else. There's some showers along the east coast. We'll see those on the radar. Should be a nice sunset tonight too. Beautiful out there. Beautiful sunrise this morning. It was cool too. Norm Schimmel sending this one in. Norm, sunrise this morning looking pretty good, and it was cool. Temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. That's below the seasonal averages. I mentioned those few showers on the east coast. What we have right now is high pressure situated off the Carolina coast. This high pressure now is not going to go anywhere tomorrow, but within that position, we're going to see more of this east to southeasterly wind flow, and that brings that humidity value back up. Earlier today, in fact, we had that north wind and northeast wind. That kind of kept us on the cooler side. So it will be a little bit warmer tonight than last night, and you can see a few showers, actually some of that moisture being picked up by that east to southeasterly wind traveling along the eastern portion of the state of Florida. 78 right now. It's clear, it's nice, it's very comfortable. 45% humidity, winds are out of the west at 12, and the pressure still high at 30.07 inches. And a beautiful shot by Cindy Desmond sent in today, and this is looking out from DeSoto National Monument and Park, I should say, looking off toward the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. 57 the low, 83 the temperature today. That was a little bit above average. And as far as the European forecast model goes, I showed the GFS earlier at the 5 o'clock show. Well, here comes the Euro. This is showing showers and storms, some tornadoes potential breaking out across parts of Louisiana into Mississippi and Alabama. This happens mainly Saturday afternoon and into Saturday night, Sunday morning. Could have some serious tornadic activity as a result of that cold front. And then here's noon on Sunday. The European model indicating that we'll see the rain later on past noon, then continuing up until about the 7, 8 o'clock hour. Most of it should be out of here, though, as far as any heavy weather goes by 7, 8 o'clock, maybe some light rain lingering, and then cooler air follows. So another couple of cool days on Monday and Tuesday of next week. Notice the snow falling. We're going to see some snow as far south as North Carolina and even into Tennessee, I think, over the weekend, as a result of this system right here. This is it. This is the big story, I think, over the upcoming 2 days. This storm system will emerge into the central plain states, and then the strong cold front will develop and cause all sorts of problems with severe weather there over the lower Mississippi Valley. Mainly rainfall now, some pretty heavy rainfall in New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and then out west to the story again, some snow falling in the northern portions of the Rockies, mainly rainfall into Wyoming. Here's some snow total forecast now, showing the area in purple here. That's up to 12 to 18 inches of snowfall. Blizzard-like conditions anticipated on Saturday mainly as that system tracks to the east. We're not going to see a lot of snow into New York and Pennsylvania as a result of it. Really an upper level low kind of hanging out right there. Temperatures for highs tomorrow will be in the 70s once again, but all this is going to change as some much colder air filters in over the weekend and beyond. You'll see that as the blues and purple start to dive southward on Monday and Tuesday. So things are going to chill out after they had a couple of warm days throughout the Ohio Valley and the Northeast. For boaters tomorrow, southeast winds turn to the south. We'll start off at 15 knots and then subside 5 to 10 in the afternoon. Here's the 7-day forecast. 85, a little bit warmer tomorrow. It will be hot on Saturday. It'll feel that way too with higher humidity values. 90% chance for showers and thunderstorms. Some of those could be strong. We'll keep an eye on that for you. First alert weather day on Sunday afternoon and evening, and then it clears out and turns pretty cool for the start of the work week. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. It was a perfect day to fish for 40 Special Olympics athletes. Those athletes were paired up with 26 charter boat captains to kick off the Venice Shark's Tooth Festival this weekend. This is the 16th year this trip was started by the Venice Police Department as a way to give back to the Special Olympic athletes by doing something many of them don't normally get to do.
It gives us an opportunity for people like me to just get out into the world and express.
The huge smiles, that's the biggest thing right there. That is the most enjoyable thing that I get out of it. And the emotion is just incredible.
At the end of the trip, there was a lunch for all the athletes and prize giveaways as well. Happening today, some work on the Venice shoreline to make it easier for nesting sea turtles. Workers will be raking the beach to level it off between the South Jetty to South Brohard Park. It's required every year before April 15th, all to enhance turtle nesting conditions there. Heavy equipment was on the beach today. The Antiques Roadshow hosting an outdoor event at the Ringling today. Antique lovers are bringing their finds or family heirlooms to the event to find out how much they're worth. The PBS show features specialists from leading auction houses that offer free appraisals for the antiques and collectibles. Today, they're planning on filming enough to fill 3 episodes.
So when will your 3 shows air? Sometime after January 1st. First Monday in January, we start airing all these new programs. I don't know the order yet. We haven't finished shooting. But once we finish shooting, and we'll know it, and that'll be in the fall.
What a setting for that event. The event goes on until 7 o'clock this evening. And we'll have more right after this.
Tonight, striking Syria, President Trump, his warning to Russia about missiles, what could be coming, plus the special counsel investigation that led to a new personal turn. World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Set your course for a waterfront lifestyle on Florida's last private island. Discover one particular harbor by Margaritaville. Nearby sugar sand beaches are as easy to find as the warm Florida sunshine. Waterfront residences from the high 400s overlook beautiful Anna Maria Sound. And a new marina with direct access to the Gulf of Mexico. Plus, incredible savings on move-in ready homes. Come tour designer models today. Visit ophmintousa.com now.
Get to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota for big savings during the spring sales event. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $23,999. Or save big and get the new Chrysler 300 Touring with an MSRP over $30,000 for just $21,999. That's a savings of over $8,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota today.
CashNet USA is trusted by over 2 million customers.
Perfect. When I lean back, I trust that you will be there to catch me.
Okay, bad idea, bad idea.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
It's time again to visit one of the area's top golf courses. In tonight's Dream 18, ABC7's Adam Cellini takes us to Bent Tree Country Club in Sarasota.
Hello and welcome everyone to another edition of Dream 18. I'm Adam Cellini and we're out here at Bent Tree Golf Club with Doug Mockery, head pro and GM. Doug, thanks for having us out.
Thanks for coming out.
And Doug, tell us about the hole we're playing and about the course here.
This is a 10th hole here at Bent Tree. It's one of the new ones that was remodeled 3 years ago. It's not overly long in distance, but as you see when we play the hole, if you're going to be gambling, trying to go for the green in 2, or even making your layup shot, there's some objects out there we're going to have to discuss.
All right, well, we're looking forward to it, but you got to start with a good drive, so here we go.
All right, hold on. Well struck. Let's hope it holds up over there.
Yeah, we'll see.
Found your ball, we're across the margin of the hazard here.
Okay.
So you would have, from the margin of the hazard here, you would be dropping within 2 club lengths.
Yeah. So let's just drop it. Uh-oh. A bit right.
I think you missed that far enough, right?
I think we did miss right a little bit. Oh, it might be a little firm.
Nice. Contrary to our last shot, well, we were downhill, now we're uphill. So you have to remember to try to tilt yourself with the hill so that when you swing into that grass behind the ball, it doesn't drive into the bank.
Okay. Oh.
You notice how the club stuck into the hill.
So I was going to...
You didn't swing with the terrain, you swung it down into the terrain.
Got it. Oh, hit it. All right.
Nice putt.
All right, well, we definitely got to work on the short game a little bit today.
Well, you experienced a lot of the new design out here.
Yeah, that's it. We're just trying to show the layout a little bit out here at Bentry. Well, it's semi-private out here, so anyone can come play, right?
Yep, it's open to the public. 7 days a week. You can call.
Excellent. All right, so we'll come out here and enjoy it. And thanks again, Doug, for your time today.
You guys here.
Hey.
We've been here so many times. We might have to build another 9 if we keep doing this.
Hey, that wouldn't be the worst problem in the world. All right, and thank you for joining us for another Dream 18.
All right, Adam saw a lot of the course.
Yeah, he did. A lot of fun.
I've done that too.
Yeah, Bentry's nice. Scott, great weather for golf. It looks like it's going to stay that way too. Tomorrow should be really nice. I wanted to show you this graphic before we leave you, and here's what's happening with the 2018 hurricane season. With the name of the storms, we heard about the 4 that were retired. Harvey, Irma, Maria, and Nate were all retired, but these are the storm names for the 2018 season. And as far as the forecast goes, still calling for a slightly above average. But some new news has come out on El Nino, and there's a 39% chance now that it may show up. If it shows up, there's going to be fewer storms around. Last year we had La Nina, which is the cooling of the Eastern Pacific. Right. El Nino is the warming, and now that chance just a month ago was only at 29%. So it's come up 10% chance that El Nino is going to be around during the peak of the hurricane season.
Which affects those Atlantic storms.
Oh, it knocks them down, doesn't make them as intense either.
All right. Thank you, Bob. Thank you for joining us. World News Tonight is next.